So I'm just sitting here thinking like what I gotta do as an artist to like make it in the music industry and whatnot. Let me get over here. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, bro, there are so many artists out there that have that 1 month release schedule for music. And I'm just thinking like, how much music can you really make in a month? You can make I can make an entire EP in one day. Fully mixed, mastered, published, everything. In 2 days, I can make an LP. 3 days, it's a full-fledged album at that point. With mastering, with reference mixing and everything. And the whole shebang. So to sit here and think I only got to make one song a month as a creative to actually monetize myself and market myself is pretty crazy, considering that the whole point of being creative and making music is that it becomes a job. And like it's a way to express yourself, but as a way to monetize yourself as well. So it's pretty insane how the algorithm works in a way that kind of subdues people from actually expressing themselves more often. It's really just because you're making one song a month. How is one song a month expressing yourself? And how is like an album every 2 years expressing yourself? You know, like if it was up to me, I'd make an album every month. I'd make an album just to make an album. It never has to be anything perfect. I think one misconception that people have is that everything they have to drop has to be perfect. Everything they have to make has to be phenomenal and astounding every single time. But it doesn't. You're gonna always fuck up. There's always gonna be fuck ups that you don't like in music, and you kind of just need to rock with it sometimes. Because if I sat here and really locked in and only ever released my perfect music, I would never release a song because there's no such thing. So it doesn't make any sense. That whole statement of only release the good shit doesn't make any sense, because that's like, well, that's so subjective. I mean, you can't sit here and go at yourself for every song you try to drop and think that it needs to be perfect. So the solution for me is really just drop the music that you want to drop. And yes, of course, stick to that, like stick to what the algorithm is giving you, but that doesn't mean you can have to do everything that everybody else does. Because I'm just sitting here like, I need to drop a song every month. I do. And just for like, in terms of monetization and actually making money, I can only drop one song a month because it's money. Okay, there's a lot of money involved with releasing music and getting beats and writing the shit and monetizing it, marketing it. I mean, everything costs money in terms of like actually making money off of the music and getting an audience from the music that will sustain itself and not just on SoundCloud or YouTube, you know? Because, I mean, yeah, you can make money there, but you can't really, you aren't going to be taken seriously if you blow up on YouTube or SoundCloud. You're just not. And that's not a good way to monetize yourself, because you're not going to be taken seriously. So you really need to find ways to stick to your 1 month schedule, but don't be afraid to drop something you don't like. Don't be afraid to drop something that maybe you don't like it anymore. I have a song right now that I'm like, damn, this is really good, but I'm kind of like over it now. You know what I mean? If you're over it, then why haven't you dropped it? Just get it out the way. Get it out of your discography and your vault, essentially. Get it into your discography, actually. Get it out of your vault and into your discography is what I'm trying to say. Because you don't have to only drop once a month. You can just drop other shit that you don't like particularly enjoy too much on like SoundCloud or like YouTube, like I said before. And because, you know, you don't have to monetize that shit. And I mean, you can get copyright on like on SoundCloud and YouTube, but like, dude, the worst they can do is take your video down. They're not gonna strike you because you're not making money off of it anyways. You just gotta make sure you don't monetize the shit, because if you don't buy the beat and then you release a song on YouTube or like SoundCloud and you try to monetize it, they will take your shit down. Because I mean, obviously, who wouldn't take your shit down? You didn't buy the beat. But if you don't monetize it, then what the fuck is the point? You know what I mean? Like, why would I take your video down? You're not even making money off of it. So that's my solution to that. And then with the music you actually want to drop, you know, then you put the money into it, the music videos and everything into it. But don't just lock up every single song that you don't particularly enjoy, because it may be an 8 out of 10, but because it's not a 10 out of 10, you don't like it. But somebody out there might think it's a 10 out of 10, and they might tell you, hey, this song I really like, and they might tell you something about it that they really like, and you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? You can grow more connections through showing humility in that you will still release a song that isn't perfect, because that, for some people, they really enjoy to see that from an artist perspective. They like to see an artist perspective in like terms of this music isn't the best for them, but they're still gonna be able to put it out because they want to see what other people think. That's what I think, because it's important to get interpersonal connections with your audience, honestly. Not just being a fucking automatic robot that only drops once every single month on that exact same Friday or whatever the fuck you do. Like, because if that's all you did and then you posted like, I don't know, 3 TikToks every day, like every other single person on the planet that makes music for whatever reason, I don't do that shit. I'll schedule clips from like my streams and shit from like, you know, being in the studio. That's what I'm trying to do, at least right now. But I'm not gonna sit here and make fucking 3 videos every single day, or like, you know, just making shit that I'm not actually into. Don't do shit you don't actually enjoy as an artist. And I mean that in a way that like, I don't mean don't do shit that you don't enjoy, because you're gonna do a lot of shit you don't actually like doing. But I mean that in a way that don't do things that don't represent who you are. Like, don't sit here and be on TikTok all day trying to think of ways to blow up if that's not what you actually are into. Like, that's not what you actually do most of the time. Like, if you're more of the person that likes to Twitch stream and maybe play video games every now and then, but you know, you still need to involve your music, obviously, but do that, you know, because that's a segue into your music, of course, because it's still you and your personality being shown through your music and as into your streams and shit. So there's other ways to involve content into your music brand, because you don't just gotta make fucking stupid ass videos on the internet. You really don't. You can just do this shit that I'm doing here. This is my form of content right now, is just talking to a camera and speaking my mind and my plans and things that I want to do. And that's really it in terms of that topic. So I think I'll end the video there. Appreciate you.